Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today I would like to present my research proposal entitled The Relationship Between Speaking Anxiety and Student English Speaking Performance in an EFL Context at Senior High School. Before I begin my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Arisa Intan Wulan Purnama and I'm student of the English Education Study Program University Pancasakti Tegal, Class 6A. Without further ado, let's begin the presentation. Before explaining my research, I would like to show the outline of today's presentation. The presentation consists of background, research problem, objective of the study, significance of the study, review of related literature, review studies, hypothesis, research methodology, research instrument, data collection procedures, and last is data analysis. Now, let's move to the first topic, which is the background of the study. Okay, we move to background. Speaking is one of the most important skills in learning English because it enables students to communicate their ideas, opinions, and feelings effectively. However, in an EFL context, speaking is often considered the most difficult skill to master. Although many students have sufficient grammar and vocabulary knowledge, they still experience difficulties when speaking English in front of others. One factor that influences student speaking ability is speaking anxiety. Speaking anxiety refers to feeling of nervousness, fear, worry, and lack of confidence when communicating in English. Students who experience speaking anxiety often avoid speaking activity because they are afraid of making mistakes or receiving negative evaluation. Several previous studies such as Arifin and Manda 2021, Lestari et al. 2019, and Taimil et al. 2022 found that speaking anxiety has a significant relationship with speaking performance. Therefore, the study aims to investigate the relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance at senior high school. Well, we move to research problems. Based on the background of the study, there are two research problems. The first research question is there a relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance? The second research question is, how strong is the relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance? This research question become the focus on this study. Okay, objective of the study. Based on the research problems, this study has two objectives. The first objective is to determine whether there is a relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance. The second objective is to identify how strong the relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance is. These objectives are expected to answer the research problem presented in the previous slide. Well, we move to significance of the study. The study is expected to provide several benefits. For teachers, it can help them understand how speaking anxiety affects student speaking performance and assist them in selecting appropriate teaching strategies. For students, it can help them understand their speaking anxiety and encourage them to become more confident when speaking English. For school, this study might contribute to creating a better learning environment for English speaking activities. For future researchers, this study can serve as a useful reference for conducting similar research. Okay, review of related literature. This study focuses on two main variables, namely speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance. Speaking anxiety refers to student feelings of nervousness, fear, worry, and lack of confidence when speaking English. Meanwhile, student English speaking performance refers to students' ability to communicate in English. It is assessed through 5 aspects like pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, fluency, and comprehension. These two variables become the foundation of this study. The next slide is previous studies. The study is supported by several previous studies. Arifin and Mandal 2021 found a significant negative relationship between speaking anxiety and speaking performance. Lestari et al. 2019 also found that speaking anxiety negatively affected student speaking achievement. Furthermore, Demille et al. 2022 explained that students with higher speaking anxiety tended to participate less in speaking activities and showed lower speaking performance. This previous study support the idea that speaking anxiety is related to student English speaking performance. Based on the theories and previous studies, this study proposes two hypotheses. The null hypothesis states that there is no significant relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance. Meanwhile, the alternative hypothesis states that there is a significant relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance. Next, we move to research methodology. This study uses a quantitative approach with a correlational research design. The population of this study consists of senior high school students. The sample will be selected using purposive sampling. The purpose of this research is to determine whether there is a relationship between speaking anxiety and student English speaking performance. The next slide is research instrument. This study uses two research instruments. The first instrument is a speaking anxiety questionnaire, which is used to measure student level of speaking anxiety. The second instrument is a speaking performance test, which is used to assess student speaking ability based on pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, fluency, and comprehension. Data collection procedures. The data collection process consists of 5 steps. First, preparing the research instrument. The second, administering the speaking anxiety questionnaire. Third, conducting the speaking performance test. Fourth is scoring the results from both instruments. Finally is organizing the collected data before conducting the analysis. The next slide is data analysis. The collected data will be analyzed using descriptive statistics, a normality test, and person-product moment correlation with the help of SPSS. The significant level used in this study is 0.05. If the significant value is less than 0.05, the alternative hypothesis will be accepted. Otherwise, the null hypothesis will be accepted. Finally, that's all about my research proposal. Thank you for watching my presentation, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.